Hi Aquarius, how's it going? I hope you're doing wonderful today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm doing a 6-card spread with 6 clarifiers plus 1 oracle card. I've already cleared the energy of the cards, and I asked Spirit 6 questions, and these are all the answers with clarifiers. Okay, so it's a general reading. Just take what resonates, leave the rest. So the first cards that came out are the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And the question that I asked Spirit is, what are you being called to focus on in this season? And what is the highest path forward? Okay, so what are you being called to focus on at this time? And what is the highest path forward? So you got the Knight of Swords, and then the clarifier is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And when a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit, okay? So you're being called to move forward with clarity, confidence, and purpose. The Knight of Swords is a card of momentum, decisive action, truth, and mental focus. This card is saying that it's not a time for staying stuck in indecision, okay? This is not a season for staying stuck in indecision. There may be important conversations to have, or decisions to make, or goals that require courage and initiative. And then the Seven of Pentacles reversed can point to frustration over delayed results, or investing time or energy into something that isn't producing the desired outcome, or impatience with a pace of progress. So you may be questioning whether certain efforts are worth continuing. When these cards come out together, they can suggest stop waiting for perfect timing or clearer results. Be honest about what is and what isn't working in your life. Redirect your energy away from situations that consistently drain you without any meaningful growth. Make intentional, well-informed decisions instead of remaining in limbo. And the highest path forward is one of focused action paired with discernment. The Knight of Swords encourages movement, while the Seven of Pentacles reversed advises evaluating where your energy is best spent before charging ahead. So rather than acting impulsively, the message is to be strategic, okay? Cut away any distractions. Release investments that no longer align with your goals. And commit wholeheartedly to the opportunities that show genuine potential. progress comes from decisive action and wise redirection. Don't let frustration over slow results keep you attached to paths that no longer serve your long-term growth. Okay? And then the second question I asked Spirit, the cards that came out, this is going to be a big message because you got two major arcanas. You got the Justice card, Libra energy, and the clarifier is the Sun card. So I asked Spirit, what does Aquarius need to know about love, relationships, and the people entering or leaving their life? And you got the Justice card with the Sun on top for a clarifier, okay? So, what do you need to know about love, relationships, and the people entering or leaving your life? What Spirit is saying is you're entering a period where relationships are moving toward greater balance and honesty and clarity. Justice suggests that the truth is coming to light. Relationships that are built on mutual respect, accountability, and fairness have the potential to grow stronger, while connections that have been one-sided or out of alignment may naturally come to an end. And the Sun amplifies this message with warmth, happiness, optimism, and success. It indicates that whatever shifts occur are ultimately leading you toward healthier, more fulfilling relationships. There's potential for joy, open communication, and emotional fulfillment. And together, these cards can suggest there's going to be some honest conversations that can strengthen important relationships in your life. And the truth may be revealed about someone's intentions, which will bring clarity instead of confusion. And if someone leaves your life, Aquarius, it's only going to create space for more authentic, uplifting connections. Okay? And those people that are entering your life are likely to reflect greater honesty, positivity, and emotional openness. And for those who are single, this combination can point to meeting someone whose intentions are genuine, but they're genuine, and their presence brings happiness and a sense of ease. And for those that are already in relationships, it can indicate resolving misunderstandings, restoring balance, and enjoying a renewed sense of connection through honesty and mutual effort. Aquarius, the relationships that are meant for you will be built on truth, fairness, and mutual respect. As clarity replaces uncertainty, you'll see who truly belongs in your life. Trust that what's unfolding is aligning you with relationships that bring genuine happiness, peace, and growth. Okay? Justice followed by the Sun suggests that this season of your life favors truth leading to joy. You're being encouraged to embrace honesty, knowing that it paves the way for brighter and more authentic relationships. Okay? And then the third question I asked Spirit is, what opportunities challenges or changes are unfolding for Aquarius's career, business, and financial. What did I ask? What opportunities, challenges, or changes are unfolding for you, Aquarius, in career, business, and financial abundance? And the Fool came out with the World. Again, these are major messages, two major arcanas, one on top of each other. So this is a powerful combination for a career and abundance, because the Fool and the World together often speak to endings that open the door to exciting new beginnings. Okay? So what opportunities, challenges, or changes are unfolding for you in your career, business, and financial abundance? These cards are saying you're stepping into a new chapter professionally and financially. The Fool represents fresh starts, taking a leap of faith, innovation, and embracing new opportunities. So for some of you, this could mean starting a new job, launching a business, changing careers, learning a new skill, or saying yes to an opportunity that feels both exciting and unfamiliar. And the World confirms that this new beginning comes after the completion of an important cycle. So you may be wrapping up a long-term project or leaving behind an old way of working, or finally reaching a milestone you've been working toward. Okay? The ending isn't a loss. It's a graduation into the next level. Congratulations, Aquarius. That's fantastic news. Okay? So these cards together can suggest a significant career chapter is ending, and it's making room for a new opportunity. Some of you are being encouraged to take a calculated risk that aligns with your long-term vision. These cards together also suggest recognition, achievement, or a sense of completion, which could lead to expanded opportunities. And again, new beginnings that have the potential to create lasting success if you're willing to trust the journey. The challenge here is resisting the temptation to stay where things feel familiar. The Fool is asking you to embrace uncertainty with confidence, while the World reminds you you've already gained the experience needed for this next phase, okay? So Aquarius, don't be afraid to begin again. What may feel like stepping into the unknown is actually just the next stage of your growth. You've completed an important cycle, and new opportunities are arriving because you're ready for them. Okay, you're ready. Trust your experience, stay open to new possibilities, and allow yourself to move forward with confidence. This is a strong sign of expansion, completion, and new beginnings. You're moving from one successful chapter into another, with the potential for meaningful growth in your career and business, and financial abundance. Wow, fantastic, Aquarius. I'm so happy for you. That is awesome. Then the fourth question I asked Spirit is, what limiting beliefs, fears, or emotional wounds is Aquarius being guided to heal, and how can they move through them? And you got the Five of Pentacles reversed, clarified by the High Priestess, another major arcana. Okay? So this combination has a reflective healing energy. This card points toward recovery and leaving hardship behind, while this card, the High Priestess, emphasizes inner wisdom, intuition, and trusting what is already known beneath the surface. So what limiting beliefs, fears, or emotional wounds are you being guided to heal? And how can you move through them? Spirit is saying you're being guided to heal beliefs rooted in lack or rejection or isolation or feeling unsupported. Okay? This card suggests a turning point, moving out of emotional or spiritual or financial hardship and beginning to recognize that help, healing, and new opportunities are available. This card can indicate releasing thoughts such as I'm on my own, or I'm not worthy of abundance or love, or things will never get better, or I have to struggle to succeed. Okay? The High Priestess is saying that the path to healing isn't about forcing answers from the outside. It's about listening to inner wisdom. You may already sense that what needs to be Aquarius, you may already sense what needs to be released, but you've been second guessing that inner knowing. So this card encourages quiet reflection, patience, your oracle card. Quiet reflection, patience, and paying attention to your intuition, your dreams, and subtle insights, okay? And when these cards come out together, what Spirit is saying is healing begins when you recognize you don't have to carry every burden alone, okay? Old wounds around scarcity or rejection or feeling overlooked can begin to lose their hold. Your intuition is a trustworthy guide for deciding what to release and what to embrace. Not every answer needs to arrive immediately, okay? Some clarity unfolds over time. So, what Spirit is saying here is you're being invited to release the belief that you must struggle to deserve happiness or love or abundance, okay? A season of recovery is unfolding, but it asks you to trust your inner voice as much as external advice. Your intuition knows which relationships, habits, and beliefs support your growth. As you honor that wisdom, you'll make space for greater peace, confidence, and fulfillment. This reading speaks to moving from survival into healing. You're being encouraged to leave behind old narratives of lack and isolation, and to trust the quiet wisdom that's been guiding you all along. You have it in you. The fifth question I ask Spirit is, what messages does your spirit guides, your higher self, or your ancestors most want you to hear right now? And how are you being supported? And you got the Six of Wands reversed, clarified by the King of Pentacles. Okay? So this card acknowledges self-doubt or feeling overlooked, while this card redirects the focus toward lasting stability, maturity, and building something meaningful. So what messages do your spirit guides, your higher self, or your ancestors most want you to hear right now, Aquarius? And how are you being supported? Okay, so the Six of Wands reversed is saying that not all success is meant to be loud or immediate. This card reversed can indicate feeling unrecognized or questioning progress or comparing yourself to others. There may be moments when you wonder whether your efforts are truly making a difference because the external validation you hoped for hasn't arrived yet. This card brings a grounding influence, the King of Pentacles. It suggests that the support surrounding you is helping you build a strong, lasting foundation rather than chasing short-term recognition. This card speaks of wisdom, stability, discipline, and abundance earned through consistency. It can also suggest that guidance is arriving through practical opportunities, trusted mentors, or people who embody reliability and experience. When these cards come out together, what they're saying is, don't measure your worth by applause or outside approval. You don't need that, Aquarius. Okay? Get rid of that. That's all negative energy, okay? The work you're doing now is laying the groundwork for future success. Just stay disciplined and patient, okay? Even if the rewards aren't fully visible yet. Support may come through practical resources, dependable people, or opportunities that strengthen your long-term security. Your guides want you to know that your value isn't determined by how much recognition you receive. That's a big message, Aquarius, okay? Know your worth. Even if progress feels quiet, you're building something solid and meaningful. Keep showing up with integrity and patience. The stability, abundance, and respect you're seeking are developing over time, and your efforts are not being overlooked on a deeper level. Spirit is telling you to focus less on external validation and more on creating a secure, lasting future. Okay? These cards together suggest steady growth, wise decisions, and perseverance. Steady growth, wise decisions, and perseverance are the qualities being supported right now, with the promise that consistent effort can lead to enduring success. The last question I asked Spirit was, what significant energies, lessons, or unexpected events are likely to unfold for Aquarius over the next 3 to 6 months, and how can they best prepare? And the cards that came out are the Three of Swords reversed, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So let's see, this points to healing and release, while this card highlights the importance of avoiding stagnation or rigid routines. Okay? So, what significant energies, lessons, or unexpected events are likely to unfold for you, Aquarius, over the next 3 to 6 months? And how can you best prepare? You may experience a period of emotional recovery, because this card suggests old pain, disappointment, or heartache beginning to lose its hold on you. Okay? There's an opportunity to forgive, let go, and move forward with greater emotional clarity. Whether this healing relates to love, friendships, family, or even career setbacks, the energy is one of release rather than remaining stuck in the past. I love that for you, Aquarius, because last few readings I've done for you, that energy was still present. As you heal, there may be a tendency to become too comfortable, hesitate to move forward, or continue routines that no longer support your growth. It can also point to procrastination, a resistance to change, or becoming discouraged if progress feels slower than expected. Remember this. Patience, Aquarius. Together, these cards say emotional healing will create space for new beginnings. The biggest challenge isn't the past. It's avoiding getting stuck after the healing begins. Okay? Some of you may need to break old habits, change routines, or take consistent action instead of waiting for the perfect moment. And unexpected opportunities could appear, but they'll require a willingness to move beyond familiar patterns. So the best way for you to prepare is by releasing what no longer belongs in your life, while staying committed to steady forward movement. Healing is powerful, but it should become a foundation for growth rather than a reason to stay in your comfort zone. Small, consistent steps can make a significant difference during this period. So the next few months are about closing the chapter on old pain and creating room for a healthier future. Don't let fear, hesitation, or old habits keep you from the new life that's emerging, okay? Honor how far you've come. Keep showing up for yourself, Aquarius. Trust that every small step forward is leading you toward lasting growth. So if you look at all 6 questions together, there's a clear progression here. The purpose is to move forward with confidence while redirecting your energy toward what truly supports your growth. With regards to love, truth and honesty lead to happier, healthier relationships. With regards to your career and finances, Spirit is saying one chapter is ending, so a promising new one can begin. As far as healing goes, Spirit is saying release scarcity and isolation and trust your inner wisdom. The spiritual guidance is to focus on building lasting stability instead of seeking external validation. You're worth way more than that, Aquarius. You don't need that. Don't underestimate yourself. And then the next 3 months, what Spirit is saying is that emotional healing continues, and your next step is to avoid falling back into old patterns, okay? So this reading, this spread suggests a season of transition, healing, and new beginnings, okay? You're being encouraged to trust your intuition, embrace change with intention, and build a future based on authenticity, patience, and steady progress. Okay? And then your last message, I accept that everything happens in divine order, is the message from Spirit. Yeah. Timing, trust, healing, allowing things to unfold naturally. So you're in a period of transition where things are developing beneath the surface. Not everything that is being built or healed or revealed is meant to happen instantly. There may be a divine timing at work where lessons are being integrated before the next chapter fully arrives, okay? Move forward, but don't rush into something simply because you're tired of waiting. Be intentional with your energy. Truth and happiness are unfolding, but they may require allowing situations to reveal themselves naturally. A new beginning is available, but it comes after fully closing an old cycle. Healing requires trusting the inner process, even when everything isn't visible yet. Recognition and stability are built over time. And again, Aquarius, your worth does not depend on immediate validation. Healing is happening, but you must avoid rushing the process or falling back into old patterns, okay? You need to trust the timing of your journey. What you're calling in is being prepared. And what you're releasing is making space for something more aligned, okay? Don't mistake a quiet season for a stagnant one. Continue nurturing yourself, your goals, and your dreams. The seeds you've planted need time to grow. This reading feels like a message of divine timing after a major transition. You're moving out of an old version of life into something more aligned. But the lesson is not to force the outcome. The invitation is to combine the courage of the Fool, the wisdom of the High Priestess, and the stability of the King of Pentacles. Taking inspired action while trusting the process. Keep moving forward, Aquarius, but allow life to meet you halfway. Okay? So you can expect a fresh career path, emotional healing, clearer relationships, and long-term stability after releasing old patterns. So that is your reading, Aquarius. Let me know how it goes. I hope you got some insight or guidance, some confirmation there with those messages. I'm sending you lots of love and strength. Take good care. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.